The battle through the heavens, North Dragon King, who successfully devoured the two Dragon Kings of the Southwest, had become terrifyingly powerful. So, just how frightening was his strength exactly? And why was it that Xiao, who was only at the early 5-star Dusheng level, able to instantly kill the North Dragon King, whose strength had already reached the level of having 1 foot stepped into 6-star Daosheng in less than a minute? And just how many heaven-defying benefits did old Xiao gain from this battle? First, let's talk about Xian's dangerous situation at the time. Back when Xiao was dealing with the demonic Lotus purifying flame, Xian had already returned to Eastern Dragon Island to eliminate the remaining enemies there. However, the main battlefield was actually located on North Dragon Island. What nobody expected was that the continuously retreating North Dragon King would actually unleash the dragon, transformation demonic formation above the entire island. This formation could devour members of the ancient Void Dragon tribe and use them to raise the caster's strength. Back then, the old Dragon Emperor Zhu Kun had already ordered the destruction of this forbidden technique. Yet the North Dragon King's grandfather secretly hid it away. In other words, even that old fellow had long harbored rebellious intentions. Truly like grandfather, like grandson. Using this formation, the North Dragon King first devoured the Southwest Dragon Kings, then absorbed countless ancient Void Dragon clansmen, causing his strength to rise to the level of someone with 1 foot stepped into 7-star Dosheng. Meanwhile, Xian's current strength was only at the late 4-star Dusheng stage. One had to know that even the specially crafted dragon-slaying sword could only exert suppressive power against opponents of the same level. Therefore, despite using every technique she had, Xian simply could not cause any substantial damage to him. Just as Xian was about to perish, Xiao and Kai Lin arrived in time after learning the truth from Huang Tian. Xiao first exchanged a few probing moves with the North Dragon King, then quickly realized that the old monster's strength was indeed rather troublesome. Immediately afterward, he unleashed his destruction flame body form without holding anything back the pink new form that had appeared previously. This was the state achieved after Xiao fused with the fire spirit, reaching complete unity between man and flame. In simple terms, Xiao could now unleash all of his heavenly flames to their absolute limit. He himself had become like a gigantic destruction fire lotus. Previously, the fire lotus explosion could only deal a single burst of damage to enemies, but now, every punch thrown by Xiao was equivalent to a destruction fire lotus exploding. No matter how powerful the North Dragon King's physical body was, it simply could not endure such attacks. However, this form also had a major drawback. The energy consumption was enormous. With Xiao current strength, he could maintain it for at most 1 minute. Originally, old Xiao wasn't entirely confident about finishing the battle within that minute, but the North Dragon King's next ultimate move just happened to fall perfectly within Xiao specialty. That fool actually used the blood aura and resentful souls of the countless ancient Void Dragon clansmen he had, devoured earlier to condense an enormous blood soul pearl. But did you really think the purifying part of the demonic Lotus purifying flame was just for show? Aside from its terrifying offensive power, this heavenly flame also possessed the ability to purify all things. As Xiao purified all the resentful souls inside the blood soul pearl, those souls unexpectedly turned around and charged straight at the North Dragon King instead. Already severely injured, the old monster met his end on the spot. Simply put, he was ultimately killed by the backlash of his own ultimate technique. At last, the ancient Void Dragon tribe was unified once again, and the rewards Xiao gained from this journey were equally tremendous. Using the North Dragon King's corpse, he refined a Dusheng puppet, the strongest puppet North King. Venerable Tianhuo finally had a worthy successor. Afterward, within the void, lightning pool, Xiao also subdued the 9 profound golden lightning, whose strength was comparable to a mid-stage Daosheng. And next, Zhao Yan and Yao Lao were about to head to the Yao clan grand ceremony of the Yao clan,